What's up everybody, it's Tyler Wargo here. In today's video, we are going to Chase Field to see the Mets take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now, this is ASU night. I missed out on the ASU night offering. You can get a free hat by spending $40. I just spent the full price of it and I'm not getting the hat, and I'm not even going to be registered as an ASU student because I missed the deal to get cheap tickets. Funny enough, when I bought the tickets on Sunday, just today, $2 tickets dropped. So it's a lose-lose situation for me. However, we are going to the Mets game today. And then on Friday, we're going to the Dodger game. Zach Gallen will be facing Clayton Kershaw. So this video will include two of the games here in Arizona at Chase Field between the Mets and, of course, the Dodgers later on as well. So without further ado, it's 6:20. Game starts in 20 minutes. Let's head over there. Let's go. So we have made it Chase Field. Right off the bat, have ourselves a new insider. Last time we were here was about a month and a half ago, so it's changed. Just like any other video, I will be reviewing this after the game. So in my Braves D-backs video, we caught Adam Duvall hit a home run from this section of the park. Well, that's where we're sitting. There's the team shop, located on not only the first floor, but the second floor. Wow. Desert Baseball, item of the series. Only $10. I might have to get this because it's not only just one size. They have small, medium, larges, and even extra larges for just $10. So that's worth it. So I might have to cop this myself. And of course, women's apparel, 50% off. World Series 2023. So a little outdated, but that's why it's 50% off. Then behind it, more postseason World Series merch representing the Diamondbacks. Men's apparel is also 50% off. I find it really cool that the construction is kind of within the stadium. I don't really go to a lot of indoor stadiums. This is kind of besides Tropicana Field, this is the only indoor stadium I've ever been to, besides an NBA arena. But it's really cool seeing the construction laid out behind the team shop, because realistically, we are all in this one dome, and I find that really cool. There's not a lot of concession stands. There's only about 2 food stands, like big concessions for food here. Other than that, just drink stands and stuff all along the upper concourse. But other than that, it's really just this doubleheader, and I think there's another doubleheader or some other grill down by right field. All right, y'all. So I'm at my seat. Again, not too far away from where we saw that Adam Duvall home run, that 3-run homer, I should say. Again, because I live in Arizona, Phoenix, downtown Phoenix, I'm trying to go to every single section of the park. You know, before the end of the year, give it 2 years, I want to not sit at every single seat, but obviously not, but like go to different parts of the stadium. One day, I'll hopefully do a tour of the pool. But I gotta show y'all something. I paid $6.49 for this Bar S dog, and a value dog is $3. Please take away value or souvenir or jumbo, because they all look the same, but the price is absurdly different. You know, I just find that actually crazy. You know, rating hot dogs, judging hot dogs is weird, very weird, but like there is kind of a difference. But still, it's like I might as well get a value hot dog because a normal fan's not going to see the difference. Constantly changing the look of the Jumbotron during player at-bats for the Diamondbacks. So I'm gonna see what's all the way up here. So of course there's nobody that sits way up here. You know what's crazy though? All these seats are roughly the same price. Already we look very high up from the field. We're already lots of feet above the Baxter Den and the Sandlot. This is leg day. Wow, imagine spending roughly the same amount of money, like 54 maybe, I mean, they're playing the Mets. Probably like $40 to sit all the way up here and climb all those stairs. This is the view. You can't even see through the windows of downtown Phoenix. But I'm gonna head back down. But this was really cool. I was just curious because I was like, well, I'm already up here. Honestly though, it's so peaceful up here just because it's not loud. You're watching the game. I mean, at the end of the day, you're not gonna be near the players at all. So really, if you're just here to watch a ball game, honestly, it's not a bad idea to go all the way to the upper concourse. Maybe not all the way up those stairs, but at least anywhere along the upper concourse. But that was a really cool sight to see though. I mean, I saw this whole field and it looks like it's a mile away. So Severino getting some work on the mound before he's feeling okay to pitch again. I take back what I said earlier. There are 3 double headers, 2 red hots, and there's actually a Gadzooks enchiladas and soup concession as well. So there's in total like 5-6 concessions to get food. I was wrong earlier. Again, last time I was up here, I said that there was only 2 concession stands to get food, but I was wrong. There's also 2 Cold Stones on the upper concession as well, upper concourse as well. I really thought that was gonna be right where we were. It was Jock Peterson who jacked that one out. Wow, I just wish that landed where we were. It was just below us. Josh Bell with a hit into center field. He is on with a single. Taking a look at this wall, Arizona Diamondback championships, including the division champions to the Western Division champions to the National League West champions, NL wildcard champions, and of course the most recent one, 2023 National League champions. So they only won 1 World Series, and that was in 2001 against the Yankees. Here we go, the team shop. So, again, this is the upper concourse team shop. A lot of the stuff is still here from last month. Really cool graphic design tees. I really like these t-shirts. I gotta get one day. Again, the shirts right outside of this team shop are $10. Not too sure if I'm gonna get it or not. I kind of spent most of my money on the food. I really like this. Looks like a Jordan t-shirt. Don't really know why it reminds me of that. Maybe just from the red, white, and black. Again, a lot of these t-shirts are $49.99. This one is $39.99, so $40 for this one. I'm not gonna spend too much time in here, but I love this. This is cool patches. And of course, a center patch showing the Diamondback snake. If you guys like patches, this is really cool. Pro, again, they make hats as well. I have a Pro Arizona Cardinal hat as well. There we go, D-backs baseball club. Don't really know why baseball's printed on there twice, but again, very expensive, $50 for this shirt. This is really cool. Looks like we're at a national park and this is part of nature. The Onward Reserve. And of course, there we see the hats. I love these cool hats. Again, the Arizona Diamondbacks they're very popular. They're not only a popular team, but just they also have very popular hats. Again, $50 for this. Again, that's a reasonable price. And then we see the City Connect, not flat cap, so it's going to be a little bit more cheaper. Flat cap would usually be $45, whereas this City Connect Serpientes hat, it is $39.99. There we see the camo D-backs, $50. Again, the special edition hats are going to be $50. The Big League Chew Arizona Diamondbacks hat, $45.99. Again, it's hard to resist to not buy any of these hats. And then we see for Veterans Day, their Veterans Day cap. Again, a lot of these hats are kind of the same style hat as the ones that we saw in Scranton and all those minor league ballparks. And the last thing before we go out, I do want to say, here we see the Randy Johnson jersey with the patches on the side and everything. Again, this is a very, not only expensive jersey, but very popular jersey. A lot of kids at ASU that I go to school with wear these jerseys, but this is going to be very expensive, $209.99, so $210. Don't know if I said that right, but this is really cool. Look at the brim. The brim looks really cool. $40. So I think if you want like a snapback, they'll be $45. If you want an on-field cap, they'll be around $45 to $50. But again, I'm not wearing any Diamondbacks merch besides the Reno Aces hat. I got this hat when I was at Greater Nevada Field. They have a really good ballpark. I'm not too sure about the city. That is really cool. It's a really cool sweatshirt. Looks very old-fashioned. It does look like it'll get messed up in the wash though. This is $90, $89.99. Let's come here and get that. Going with these other sweatshirts down below as well, which are kind of bland, kind of basic, but they're not going to be as expensive as a sweatshirt up there. So I'm going to get back to my seat. Let's get back to the game. Mark Viento steps up. He's 0 for 3 today. He flew out in the first. Fourth inning, he grounded out, and in the fifth inning, he struck out. He has a 2.77 average, 21 home runs, 56 RBIs, but he strikes out there. All right, guys, so here I am the next day, and we have the Diamondbacks Insider. Now, if we take a look here, it seems like these Diamondback Insiders change quite often. As we see, this Insider is only for the Mets-Dodgers series. But yeah, let's take a look. Again, tomorrow I'm going to the Dodger game, and it is going to represent Hispanic Heritage Weekend. So, without further ado, let's take a look at this. Again, from flexible ticket plans to discounts on concessions and merchandise. And of course, a letter from the desk of the City El Insector. I'm keeping this in there. But they have that. Taking another look at other pages, we see the roster. Again, not as I would say descriptive as the rosters on the minor league insiders, like the Yard Goats. You know, there's no faces of players or any of that, but there are the names of the players, where they play, and of course the QR code. So if you want a more of a broader scale of the roster, you have to scan the QR code. Again, the Diamondbacks race against Cancer. We see this all over the Valley in sponsor of this race. Sunday, September 29th at Chase Field. Again, you can still register here for a ticket voucher for one of the Diamondbacks games of your choice versus the Padres, September 27th to the 29th. Turning the page, we see more promotion on the Diamondbacks Give Back to charity. And there we see the schedule. Again, the schedule's, the look, it's never really changed. There we see the promotional schedule. Turning the page again, we see a beat. So a beat reporter writing a beat. His name is Steve Gilbert. He's writing about, remember Beekeeper Matt? Carroll has his card. So again, when the Bees came to Chase Field against that Dodger series, they had to get the Bees off the field. And we had the same problem at Farrington Stadium as well for ASU softball. Of course, Green Day, we have a tour for, they have a tour for them as well. Again, another beat reporter talking about the homecoming, Miami native Del Castillo notches slam and RBIs versus Marlins. Again, Del Castillo, former Reno Aces star. And then we see the scorecard. Turning the page over, we see more promotions of concerts and festivals, including the Rodeo Fest by the Hondo. November 7th to the 9th, 2024. It's going to be at Chase Field. And then a free car wash if you scan this QR code. So if you go to a game, get the insider, scan the QR code, you can get a free car wash. Hot August in the desert. And it was a hot August in the desert. I felt like I was melting, and I still feel like I'm melting. It's like 106 degrees every day. There we see more articles on that. The 50-50 charity raffle. A lot of my friends worked for that. And then there we see the Advantage member again. Now, this is the first time I'm actually going through every single page of the Insider. Again, 2 minutes of the Insider talk. Quite a lot of information I'm giving you guys. Of course, Mountainside Fitness sponsoring that. Again, all these QR codes are going to save you tons and tons of money if you sign up. Of course, you're still going to have to pay some money. And then, of course, we see the STEM Showcase. Again, STEM promoting education here in the Valley. Saturday, September 14th versus the Brewers. And then signature food. Now, this is great because a lot of people want to try out new food. A lot of ballparks are, you know, opening up different concessions for different types of food. Again, they have street food at Chase Field. They have all sorts of stuff at Chase Field. But here, of course, at Gonzo's Grill, you can get a Korean pork belly nachos, of course, and hot honey chicken fries. Sounds so good. And then, of course, down the Ballpark app. I don't use Ballpark. I use SeatGeek. Maybe one day they can sponsor my videos. So that is the Diamondbacks Insider. And all right, guys. So that's going to do it for part one of this Diamondbacks series, hosting not only the Mets, but also the Dodgers. And the reason why I'm cutting it at the 18-minute mark is because we are going on to 19 minutes. And I feel like if I was to put the Dodger game right on top of the Mets game, you're gonna be sitting here looking at me for about 40 going on to 50 minutes. And I just feel like the best thing I can do with that is to make it into parts. So this is part one. Part two will be uploaded literally right after this one. So you guys aren't missing much, but there's a lot that has happened at the Dodger game. So much so that it upset me, the fact of what I witnessed at the game, and we'll get into that as we head to the Dodger D-back game. But yeah, that's going to do it for the Mets game, and I'll literally see you guys right after this video as I'll be uploading the Dodger game as well. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching part one, and let's get into part two. And yeah. Bye.